Aloha everybody, Kevin from Ocean Janitors putting in the work, and we're getting right to it, getting that trash out. The cleaning never stops. And today we're going to go to two different sites, and this first site is in one of the local villages, and we're going to go get this stuff out. We're going to go get this trash out. This day was after a pretty major storm, and so we were excited about what we're going to be able to find, what we're going to be able to get, and man, it just did not disappoint. We were able to get a lot of stuff out, and look at, you just never know what you're going to find underneath these rocks, just shoved underneath there. Piece of fiberglass. I think someone lost a part of their boat. Well, we got to get it out. Hope everyone's been doing good. Hope everyone enjoys the videos. And man, look at this. We're just getting this stuff out. Someone lost their spatula. We might be able to clean that up and use it on some spaghetti or something. We'll get right at it, get right to it. And as you can see, my bag looks pretty empty right there. But we're gonna be nothing short of filling it up very quickly. So you guys just hang with us and you're gonna see that. A lot of this stuff, if you're swimming over it, you're never gonna see it because it just blends right in with the bottom of the ocean. So when we go over it, we have to look very carefully to try to find this stuff and get it out. That's what it's all about, Ocean Janitors. Yes, sir. Look at that. How the heck are you gonna see that? That's a can underneath a rock. And here we go, off to another part. Try not to get tangled up in my buoy line. That's always a good idea. But man, what a beautiful shot. That was only in about 8 to 10 feet of water. So you can see those sun rays shining in, all nice and beautiful. Man, can't get any better than that. It's absolutely epic. And right now, we're gonna swim up on one of my coolest coral heads. Man, this one is so cool. I've watched this one actually grow for many, many years, and we're gonna go check it out right now. It's such a cool coral head. Let's go see if we can find it. What did I find? A solar panel? Man, that's crazy. Hey, what do you know? There's that coral head. Man, that thing is so beautiful. And this is in a really, really shallow water. And what it does is it naturally puts on almost like a sunscreen on itself to protect itself from the sun. And this one is literally in like maybe 5-6 feet of water. So it gets pretty high temperatures there. I've watched that one over the years and it's really thrived and really done good, and it's really grown. So it's pretty awesome. That's one of my favorite corals right there. So let's just keep on going. I've always hoped that coral doesn't get hung up on a fishing line or anything like that and get messed up. So I have to go out there and check it out every once in a while and make sure that we keep it nice and clean. And what do we got here? Someone must have been down here aquarium fishing or something and lost their net. Look at that. I don't think that thing's gonna work very good like that. Well, we'll clean it up. We'll take care of it. We'll get it out of there. And again, this water was so clear this day. It was after some big major storms, and so a lot of this stuff was washed in, but a lot of this stuff had been there for a while, man. So we go and hit this area every once in a while to where we can get this stuff out. There's just no telling what you're gonna find. And one of the biggest things is you can see Regina putting her hand down in there to get that can, and that's all fine and good, but you got to be careful with critters. You got to make sure that there's no little eels in there. You definitely don't want to get bit by an eel. There are definitely hazards of cleaning the ocean. You got to make sure that you're safe when you're doing it. Make sure that you don't get yourself poked by hooks, right? So, or bit by an eel, or even sharks. I mean, hey, we don't want to get attacked by a shark. And look at that, I see a safety hazard right there. It looks like I'm all tangled up in that line. But what do? I just keep going, because I know I'll get it untangled. Because this is what we're looking for right here. What? That's a fin and a sock. Well, man, I sure hope I don't find the kid that's foot was in that fin and sock. I don't think I will. We didn't find him that day, but we did get the fin out. We got the sock out. And we keep on moving. I think we found like 3 or 4 fins this day. It's pretty incredible. Yep, and that solar panel was pretty crazy that we found. So what I'm trying to do there is just trying to find room to hang all this stuff. It was actually getting pretty hard to find places to put it. And so I was just shoving it anywhere I could find somewhere to shove it. Look at that, taking that fin and shoving it in that bag, and that bag is just not doing the job. It's getting worked too hard. We're kind of stretching it out there, but we'll make it work. And look at there, there's another fin. Look at that. Now, probably a year and a half ago, I found the same exact style fin, and so I'm wondering if it was the pair. I wonder if that was the mate to that pair, but I'll never know. But it was the same exact brand. It was a Jet fin, Scuba Pro fin, so that's pretty crazy. Those fins are not cheap, that's for sure. But the worst thing is them staying in the water forever. We want to get those stupid things out, and that's what we did. There's that fin again, getting that thing unstuck, getting it out, and there's the sock. That's so crazy. Hey, if you guys are new to our channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We hope that you guys enjoy these videos. We want to bring awareness, and we want to really show the stuff that's under the surface, stuff that's under the water, and things that, you know, most people just don't see. And this area right here is an area that really collects a lot of trash. And so you guys are going to see us pull a bunch of stuff out. You can kind of see the sediment because we're actually pulling clothes out of there. We got a bunch of shirts, different stuff like that. So that's pretty crazy. But we got them out and off to the next site. There's that fin, shoving it in there. The craziest thing that day was just trying to keep those things in there. And someone's excited, someone's happy getting that stuff out. And look at that. You got some yellow tangs swimming around, hanging out with us, probably just thanking us for cleaning up their water. They're not eating all that stuff, getting it in the way. And look at that. Found some coral with some fishing line on it. Got to get this fishing line out. Regina is down there putting in the work, getting that fishing line out. And there it is. Never ceases to amaze me how wherever we go, we just find more and more and more and more. But as we stay on top of it, we see certain areas that we've got cleaned up, that we've been before, that just look better and better. But the main thing is like this right here has a coral head that will survive without that on it. If we didn't get that off, that coral head would die, and we definitely don't want that. So gotta get it out. Gotta get it. here we go, going a little deeper now, probably still about, 15, 20 feet, but we're getting ready to go out into the deep, out in the blue. And Regina wanted to show you guys these cool fish. So hopefully you like these cool fish. It's a beautiful butterfly fish and yellow tang just hanging out. Nice school of fish. And if you like them, put a comment in the chat and say, hey Regina, we like the fish. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. There's a puffer fish. She likes to get all those. So sometimes while I got my head down, cutting something out of a coral, she'll be back there getting these shots for you guys. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. And then what does she see? A nudie branch, nudie branch, however you like to say it. But look at, man, that's a pretty good size one right there. Man, that is beautiful. We love seeing those. That shows a really good, healthy ecosystem, and that's really awesome. But just as we see something like that, we get back to it and we get this string out. We get the string and rope and fishing line off these nice, healthy corals. Got to get it off there. We definitely don't want it choking out and killing those corals. And you can see, man, yeah, Regina's handing me stuff, but I'm kind of getting loaded down a little bit right there. I've got a full bag this day. But that's okay. We just put a little bit more air in the BCD, keep on trucking, and that's what we do. Oh yeah. Fishing line everywhere. All right, and look at that, another nudie branch. This must have been a nudie branch day. Man, we found a bunch of them this day, but they're so cool and they're so pretty. Just add so much beauty to the bottom of the ocean. It's just really cool to find. They're hard to find, but ones like that, man, are pretty big. You can see them good. And look at that, another one. That one's just another color. Those are always beautiful too. Pretty common, but hard to find, hard to see. And then here's some cool topography with some awesome fish swimming around. But these caves and these different caverns are so cool to swim through. So nice and so beautiful. And that's why we bring it to you. Because we want you to share in that experience. I mean, hey, if we're out there, we might as well bring it to you, right? We might as well film it and let you guys see it too. That's why we do what we do. And who's that guy? Okay, well, that's just me. Trying to keep swimming forward with all this trash, with all this rubbish, and we're getting it out. So that's awesome. And what is this? Oh, it's a crown of thorns. So we're going to get in there because we don't have a bucket to get it out. So we're going to put that XX in there, kind of chop the top of. Again, we do not dismember them, but we just chop it up and let the fish kind of eat the guts coming out, and then the shrimp will come in and take care of the rest. And there he goes. Sorry, buddy. You are an invasive species, and you gotta go. Well, where are we going next? Back out into the deep. Back out in the deep blue. Carrying my solar panel. I wonder if that thing works underwater. I don't know. Good thing we didn't get shocked when the sun started shining in. Man, you can see that bag full. You know, we got a lot of golf balls out that day too. It's so crazy. Maybe someone's using the ocean as a driving range. Crazy. And look at this. So this is a spear, and that thing's wedged in there. So I'm trying to pull that thing out, and someone lost their spear, but that one's not coming out. I was giving it all my might, pulling, yanking, but man, that thing wasn't going to come out. So what did we do? We left it there. Yep. Can't do anything about that. What do we got here? Oh, another golf ball. Got to dig it out from underneath a rock. Because I definitely don't want to stick my finger down in there and find out something's going to try to bite me. You know, the hazards. More cool fish, cool topography. Really beautiful. We try to mix up the fish with cleaning the trash because, you know, some people like looking at the fish, some people like seeing what we get out, and we try to keep everyone happy. And you know, that's really hard to do, but we try. What do we got here? What do we got next? A lot of cans that day. Fins, solar panel, fishing line, golf balls. Seems like we had it all that day. Now this was a shore dive. We didn't go out on the boat this day, so we were able to access one of the areas that we go to quite often. So we just try to keep this area nice and clean, and it seems to always come back in, so it's a non-stop thing. Look at that. Someone lost their snorkel. Doesn't work very good at the bottom of the ocean. Hopefully they survived that trip. There we go. Stuff it. Look at that. If you guys notice, I've got a couple bags. So it's quite a bit of stuff. And here we go. We're actually getting to the end of this dive, but we come up to these coral heads that had more fishing line on them. And what do? We got to get them out, because again, we do not want those coral heads getting choked out by that fishing line. So we got to get it out. This is an area that a lot of people fish in, and hey, we understand the lines are going to get caught up, but someone's got to go in there. Someone's got to get in there and cut this stuff out. And you know, one of the things cleaning up like this that I really don't like is I really don't like the cloth string. So those tend to really hang on to the coral, and it's really hard to get them out. I like the the nylon ones. Those ones come out pretty good, but man, those cloth ones just are kind of a pain. But hey, we get them out, cut them out, pull them out. Any way to get them out, we get them out. And as you can see, we're being very delicate, being very careful, and you know, like the word I like to use, we try to be surgical when we're removing the fishing line, to where we don't break the coral, where we don't hurt it or damage it. Sometimes if the coral is really brittle and almost dying or going to die, head in that direction, then it will break off, and that's just how it goes sometimes, but we do our very best not to let that happen. That's why we use these surgical scissors, and we get in there and we surgically remove these things. I feel like a doctor, except I don't get paid as much. that's for sure. But hey, we do it for the love of the ocean, for the love of the kai. It's our kuleana to give back, do our part for what the ocean has given us. Take care of the ocean, and it will take care of you. That's for sure. And these are some beautiful coral heads, and so we really don't want them to be wrapped up in string or wrapped up in line. But look at that haul. Regina grabbing that big old haul, getting it out. Man, that was a big load that day. Jeez. here you go. We're going to pour it all out for you guys. We're going to show everyone what we got. There's a solar panel. I asked Auntie, I said, hey, do you want a solar panel for your house? She said no. She's very smart. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're going to open these bags up and see what's in here. Man, what a haul. What a haul. I'm really glad we went out this day to get these out, get this stuff out. Man, it was pretty crazy. Golf balls going everywhere, water bottles, gee whiz, everything, fins, all kinds of stuff just going everywhere. I'm glad it didn't go bounce back in the water where I had to jump back in there and get it out, but nah, we kept it right there. Yep. And I think those tourists that are looking on there are really shocked and surprised at what we found. Look at that. Shirts, clothes. Man, I think they wanted to get out of there because they didn't want us to put them to work, so they got the heck out of Dodge. They're like, we're going to go enjoy our vacation while Kevin goes and cleans the ocean. Yes, sir. Look at that. Shirts. Crazy. And you know, these things fall off the boats or they are left on the beach and then they get washed in, and that's why we got to go out there and get them out. That's just what we do. I'm trying to find out if that's the right size for me. Maybe I'll go wash it up and wear it. Someone lost their shorts. Well, hopefully they got a new pair. Look at that. Fin. How come these ones don't match? Maybe I could have used them if they matched. But nope, these ones didn't match. Just a bunch of fishing line, all kinds of stuff. Water bottles. Here's another bag. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Well, I really hope you guys appreciate us bringing this to you. We just want you guys to see the stuff that we get out on a constant basis. Man, we go out there and get it out. We get so much footage sometimes we don't even know what to do with it. So, but we want to bring it to you. We want to show you guys, make you aware, and just educate you guys on what's in the water, what winds up being out there. And hey, maybe you might need a spatula someday, so you can go out there and try to find you one. Or maybe you need some fins, you can't afford them. Jump in the water, maybe go find one. Now that is that little fish net, and that is a telescoping fish net. So that wasn't just any fish net, that was a fancy fish net. Yeah, the fancy ones. All right, here we go. Checking them out one more time. All this rubbish, all this trash. Crazy. It's just about time to get out of here and get over to our next site. We're going to a completely different area. It's about a half an hour away. And this is on a different day. This is another village site. I hope you guys will stick around and watch this one. Look at all the trash in the water, Auntie. Yes, now let's get out of here. And you know what? We get over here, there's no time to say hi. There's no time to figure anything out. There's just time to get in the water, jump in the water, and start pulling stuff out. Now this area here is a heavily fished area. And so we come over here. This is another one of our spots that we go to quite a bit. And you're going to see a lot of fishing line. And man, sometimes it just seems insurmountable. But what we do is we just keep trucking. We just keep getting in there and keep getting it out. And That's what we're doing today. This was another beautiful day. You guys can see the visibility is just awesome. We're able to see that fishing line in there very well, and we're going to get it out. What do we got here? Now you guys can see that line all wrapped up in that coral. And so again, we have to surgically remove it. We got to get in there and get it out. Sometimes it's not easy to do. Sometimes, especially in this area, you'll have really long runs. And what? We're here in another spot, and what do we find? Yep, you guessed it, a golf ball. But anyways, what I was saying was you'll get these long runs where a fishing line, look at that, that's a long run right there, where you'll have a fishing line that is way out, that gets caught, the hook gets caught up, and then they have to cut the line off, and it could be 100, could be 200 feet of line that we got to go out there and we've got to cut out. And that's a good example of a hook getting caught in the coral. Once that hook gets down there in the coral, you're not going to get that thing out. I'll tell you that right now. You're not getting it out. It's going to be stuck, and you're going to have to cut your line, and that's just how it goes. And Regina's back there getting that hook, and I'm like, hey, let's go. I'm heading forward. Let's keep going. But you know what? Sometimes I skip stuff by going too fast, so she's got to clean up the trash that I leave behind. And here's a really nice coral head. This is beautiful coral that's got fishing line in it. Like I said, I skipped right over that, didn't see it. So she had to clean up my trash. And here's a helmet shell, super cool, just hanging out. Looks like he's got a little buddy there, a sea biscuit, a sea urchin. That guy better get out of there. He's probably going to get eaten. And after we see cool stuff, it's right back to it. Got to get this fishing line off this coral. Now, this removing fishing line also helps fishermen that come in here. And they may not even realize it, but if we've come into a area and we've cleaned it out, and they're fishing there, they have a better chance of retrieving their fishing line, their fishing hook, because we've removed line, and their fish hook, their fish line is not going to get caught up on other line that's been left there. So we'll pat ourselves on the back for that. They may never know that we've done that for them, but hey, I'll say thank you for you. Yeah. And here we go. Line after line, lead after lead. Got it everywhere this day. We get a lot of fishing line out of here. A lot. And this is a net that's hooked up in the coral. And Regina's going to get in there, show you how she cuts it out like a pro, like a boss. There you go. Got to get it out. And that coral that it was attached to, yeah, it's dead. You say, hey, why don't you just leave it there? Well, there's coral next to it that it can damage. There's also animals that can eat it or get hung up in it. So we don't leave anything behind if we don't have to. And there you go. That's how you get it out. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Beautiful topography, man. This is just a beautiful sight. And what is that? Another hook? Well, there you go. Fishermen, now you can see the hook getting caught in action right there. It gets caught up. You're never getting that out. Look at that. It's a big Alua hook. And that's one of those another long runs that we've got to go down and get out. And sometimes we'll start winding those long runs up, and man, it just feels like it's never going to end. You feel like you're never going to get to the end of it. But eventually, you keep trying, you keep going, you get there. And I think one of the biggest things that happens is when you wind your fingers up in it, you got to be careful that you don't do that. Regina hands me that hook because she says, hey, I sure don't want to get hooked with that. I guess she doesn't mind me getting hooked. We'll be careful. But hey, it does happen. We get poked. A lot of things happen. But we try our best to be careful while we're doing this job. Look at that. Fishing line. Another example of fishing line that I looked over. And you know what? That's why it's good to have more than one person. And what is that? That's a sinker. That's lead. Got to get that out. But it's really good to have more than one person, because the more people we have within reason, we can really cover a large area and get a ton of stuff out. And it's very good to be able to do that. And you can see me winding. And like I was talking to you guys about before, you got to make sure that you don't get your fingers caught up in that, because that could be a bad day. More fishing line. Just waiting to get removed. That's some thick stuff right there. Look at that. It's all buried under that dead coral. And there I am again, taking off to go find another spot, to find some more lead, see what we can get out. What a cool spot. That's a nice little arch back there. You can swim through that. It's pretty cool. And you can see this bag started empty on this day, and it's filling up again. Filling up. Gotta fill it up. What do we got here? That is a Triton's trumpet. He's down under there hunting, trying to find him some dinner. And you can see there's a can here, and what I'm doing, you might say, hey, why are you tearing that apart? We always tear them apart because we want to get everything out of there. If there's any critters in there, any little animals in there hiding, we want to make sure they get out and we don't take them home with us, because we do not like getting home and having them with us. And then here we go. Here's another example. Here's a tin can. Here's the top of a can. And you'll get sediment in there, and you want to shake it out. Or if there's any critters in there, get them out of there. You don't want them to go home and die with you. I've literally got back to my house, got critters with me accidentally, and drove them back down to the ocean and dumped them off. So I try to do that. We definitely try not to kill anything that doesn't need to be killed. So anyways, we're really careful about that. And then we're like, hey, what's that over there? Oh, it's one of our favorite caves. Let's go check it out. Let's go see if we can find anything in there. This topography in this area is really cool, so beautiful. And this cave is really cool. We've seen so many cool things in here, from eels to conch shells, really beautiful shells in here. And so this day we're going in here just to see if we can find any of those things to check out, but also if we can find any rubbish in here, any trash. And what do we find? I rarely find trash in here, but look at this. Someone was fishing a little bit too close, and we got a piece of lead out, so that was worth swimming in that cave. And then also showing you guys this really cool, beautiful cave. How cool is that? And here we go. see what we are gonna find next. What is this? What the heck? Oh my gosh. Someone lost their dive knife. What in the world? Oh man. Well, hopefully they didn't need it, because they don't have it. We found a knife. So Regina brings it over to me, and I'm really glad she likes me carrying a knife, finding a knife, because I had my back turned and she didn't even put it in my bag. So that was really cool. That was really nice of her. Thanks for handing me the knife. I'll take care of it. We're all safe. You know, they talk about people carrying knives, and why do divers carry knives? Well, you know, they say that do you carry them to keep sharks away? And it's like, no, we don't carry them to keep sharks away. We do it just in case a shark comes around and our buddy is out swimming us, then we can cut them in the back of the leg, and then we'll swim them and just pass them up. That's what we do. No, not really. That's just kidding. That's just in case you get tangled up in something, you can cut your way out. So you might need that for some reason. We do not use them for sharks. But now, if a shark is attacking me, I'd probably want to grab it and do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. Those sharks are usually more scared of us than we are of them. So, really cool butterfly fish. Those are needle-nosed butterfly fish. They're super cool. And we're getting close to the end of our dive, because we're getting ready to go out of this really cool topography cave area. And my bag's getting full, so I'm getting tired. It's time to get out and show you guys what all we have. I hope you guys enjoyed me bringing you guys 2 separate sites today. And thank you guys if you stuck with us. Make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe to this video. We appreciate it very much. And if you guys like these videos, please just let us know. Just put a comment down there and say, hey, keep bringing it on, keep sending it. And look at this. Look at all the golf balls, all the stuff falling out of there. Gee whiz. Another successful day of cleaning up and getting that stuff out. That's why we do what we do. Got a couple bags full there. And again, you guys didn't see the boat. This was just shore diving from another area, another village. Look at this. That is a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh. It looks a lot smaller in that bag, but when you stretch it out, you're talking about, you know, hundreds of feet of fishing line. It's crazy. Got a new dive knife. Got some hooks in there. Got all kinds of cool stuff. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And like, share, and subscribe. And we thank you guys very much. God bless. You guys have a great day. Aloha.